Welcome to Self-Discovery Support. This is a themed reading for water signs and is meant to help you reflect on your own situation. The reading may contain images of nudity and is only intended for those that are 18 plus. So please check that. And it's best to view this reading as a storyline rather than destiny. For the clarity that you seek, listen for what either resonates or agitates. Then you will understand your thoughts and feelings more. Time codes and info about me and this reading is in the description box. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, water signs. So I shuffled and pulled some cards at the beginning, which help us talk about this energy. We're talking about this escape energy. So you if you're dealing with someone that ran away, ghosted, broke up, I'm trying to think of all the ways that people can step away from you, but just, they just stepped away from the connection that you had with them. It says, I left when things got hard. Alright, so here's the interesting thing about your reading, water signs. That is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You could be dealing with either a fire sign or an air sign, because you got the King card for the energy of your person when they left, why they left. And the air signs got the Queen card, and so it just feels like this is like two sides to the story, or there's some simpatico there. It doesn't have to be like the other side of the story, but maybe you're both dealing with people that have fire energy in their charts, because this card is attached to fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Or maybe they have air in their chart as well, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Alright, so this King energy is about I feel like it's just stubborn energy. I'm just gonna say it. It's very stubborn, and it does talk about control here on the card. It's something about, it's stubbornness, but it's stubbornness about the fact, like trusting that other people along your path have the answer. It's like a king that is not open to advisors who are non-official. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's somebody that is like, let's say you're the boss in your life, you're running your life pretty consistently, and you have an idea about the people that you go to that have value to give you, and you respect them, but it's like a small circle, right? And for some people, they approach life in a different way, which, it's even something I've had to develop, which is that understanding that actual guidance from the universe comes from various sources. You could be filling up your gas tank and the attendant says something, and because it's not your normal person, like it's not your friends or your boss or your colleagues that you go to, is a gas attendant, just like a person that you encounter in life, doesn't mean that you can't okay, let's make that pass. It doesn't mean that you can't take this advice because it doesn't come from your trusted sources, because that's quite a fixed way of seeing life, when the way the universe works is that it's going to give you the answers you need, but it didn't tell you how. It didn't sign an agreement to say it's going to come from A, B, and C only. So this is me like just going a little bit more into this person's energy, the king energy, which is I think that you showed up as a water sign. You had some kind of maybe more intuitive knowledge, intuitive wisdom. Like you two met for a reason. And if this person's in king energy, they might not be as receptive at that time to understanding. Also, even like this might have been like a new type of way of exchange for this person to kind of receive like what seems like intuitive wisdom. Maybe this person's more in like logic and history and it's a kind of like strategy. That's the word. It's like if it doesn't come from that type of or finances, if it doesn't come from that type of background, it doesn't feel like resonant information. So what else do we have here? How are they feeling? Okay, let's just look at the feelings for a little bit. I think I'm gonna come back to the king energy because I don't think I was finished with that. But like when they left, the presence and validation. Okay, so this person has the sun in their solar plexus. You really could be dealing with a sun sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you know, it's very much this energy. This is particularly like Leo energy needs that type of like validation. They need to be seen and heard. Maybe they needed to be treated in a certain way, or they thought they needed that, right? Because that's part of the issue here, is like this person thought they needed to be received in a certain way because they were used to that. It's like if you're a king your whole life and then you go off and live in a village somewhere, nobody knows you're king there. And it feels like that there's a kind of difficulty adjusting. Yeah. And it's I don't know, it makes me think of this is like a very obscure, I doubt anybody has seen this. It's a very obscure old sitcom from the UK called To the Manor Born. Check it out. It should be they should have episodes on YouTube, but it's somebody, she was born, there's the main character, she was born in the manor, like a countryside house in England, and she had to sell it because finances weren't going well, and she sold it to someone who was like new money from Russian immigrants. And yeah, she just had the hardest time adjusting. She moved to the cottage next door to the manor. She had the hardest time adjusting to living in the cottage, and that she wasn't in charge of the whole manor anymore. So it could be like that, where it could be something like this, where this person is like never having to come out of that box. But like they encounter somebody like you who's a water sign. This is like big fiery energy, and maybe this person has been treated like that their whole life, which is like, I almost think of like a little king, even though this is a king card. But it's like, it feels like wherever they are, they have always been like the ruler of that little circle or that little kingdom, and they encounter you and their presence is not acknowledged in the same way. They need to be validated to feel something. And maybe it's not that you weren't acknowledging their presence, it's just how they feel. And it feels like they were seeking again that comfort, to be established again as who they were. So it's like clinging to the ego's like answer. Okay, all right, let's see where we get with some tarot now. All right, tell us more about this. Page of Wands with the Two of Cups. It feels like somebody was like, they were curious. There was a curiosity about you. A lot of curiosity, because here's the Empress. We have the King and the Empress. So I think this person saw you as a potential like serious partner, but they were still like really curious in terms of not sure. The Magician energy. So they might even have been trying to bring you in some way. I don't think that they were very like explicit. Like they weren't saying, this is what I'm doing. Queen of Swords. Three of Wands. Ten of Cups. It feels like I'm going to pull some more on that, because I want to make sure that I'm telling you the right thing. Alright, it feels like there's a kind of understanding or honesty that can, like a, how to say, a knowing. There's a knowing that this situation would have made them really happy. Yeah, so there is a knowing. There's something about your, like, it's like I feel like sharpshooter way of being. So you're a water sign, but maybe some of you have air in your chart as well. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or you just have that energy. And it feels like here, this person moved into an energy of King of Cups. This is how they appear, which is something about your energy made it okay for them to be more emotional, more balanced. It almost feels like you calmed them down. But there's something here that was unstable. Something here that needed to get on the right track, because we do have the Lovers here. It feels like going back and forth about someone. So it can be that energy of, to be with this person, I do have to give up this idea I have about myself, about being like this king in a little kingdom. Regardless of, if you are someone that is in that energy, it's like you don't necessarily have to behave as the king. You can just be yourself. And I don't think because you appear as the Queen of Swords, I don't think you kind of, as the saying is, like, suffer fools. So it's like, not that your person's a fool, but I don't think you support anything that's gonna be like hot air. Like for someone, it's just like, that's not how you see things. Yeah. Okay, what is this? Tell us more about this escape energy. Alright, so it became pretty obvious to this person. It just like, there's something that happened here. It became obvious to them. It's like they couldn't see another way out of it than to just end it. So what it's telling me is that something else in their life, this imbalance, we can look at that, it wasn't making room for this to come in. It's like when you cling to the past, you can't really make room for the new to come in. And I don't think this person, being in this king energy, was open and flexible and malleable to what the universe wanted to do here. Five of Cups is here, so a lot of regret though. This person feels like it's like a feeling like you played yourself. Feeling like you played yourself. Because there's so much regret about like having this strong, bold face. Somebody trying to make a decision that took a lot of effort, but ultimately feeling like they lost. ultimately feeling like there's no good outcome here. What was that imbalance about? Page of Pentacles. This person was not able to have a new beginning here with you. They weren't able to, with the Fool coming through as well. They just weren't able to, for whatever reason. You know, I'm curious, so I'm just gonna pull that. Okay, the Emperor comes out as the reason that they couldn't have this new start. With this, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is that kind of bossy energy, boss and bossy to me. It's like, one, it's being attached to the role you have, because that gives you validation, and that presence that we saw before, that gives you a sense of self. Without this person does not have that, and that's hard to leave behind. And the other thing is, this person might have had a role that's integral to a group or a family already. I don't know, and do not use this as confirmation. This is only if you know this already. So I want to get some advice for you now. What's the advice here? The Chariot, the Hanged Man. Alright, and let's get one from the Realist Oracle. Ooh. Ooh. Release Ritual. Okay, so this is exactly kind of what I was seeing. Is I think the universe wants you to give it over to them. Just, you cannot kind of plan on somebody else's timeline. It's their timeline, and you need to kind of let it go, let the energy go. For water signs, I know this can be hard because you do get very connected, and it hits you hard. It hits everybody hard, but you know, water signs have that little kind of inner working. The Chariot here is getting going on the things that you need to get going on. Inner confidence needs to be developed. You have a path as well, and this Hanged Man energy is just kind of allowing things. If you need to sit this out, it means you need to do that and be patient. It's not saying something's not coming, but right now the focus should be on the star energy, which is your healing, but also your hopes for your life as well. All right, that is your energy. There's, you know, it's before we close, it's telling me to show you this card at the bottom of the deck. Follow the spark. There's something here that you're meant to take action on for yourself, and it's very important to you and to the universe. I want to get a affirmation to close. It says, you are gold, baby. Yep, there you go. You don't know what this thing that you're gonna act on is gonna do in your life. So this is your reading, and if you did like this, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and take care. All the best.